So, the Burning Crusade pre-patch was launching, and I decided, for reasons that made total sense at the time, that I was going to level a Blood Elf Paladin from 1 to 60, live on stream. No boost, no shortcuts, no efficient nonsense, just raw leveling until I hit 60, passed out, or Blizzard stopped me first. I took time off work, stocked my house like I was preparing for a natural disaster. This was me telling the world, I'm not leaving my house and I am not touching grass. The plan was simple, stream until I hit 60. Because it was launch day, I also thought, let's make this worse, and did a full Illidan cosplay. Purple paint, mask, horns I bought the night before, bandages we panic bought that morning. And listen, I'm not being delusional here. This cosplay looked really good. Like, this deserved more views. And that's how I spent the next 3 hours, dressed as Illidan, watching maintenance timers. After that, pajamas. I have limits. While waiting, I tried to cope by being productive. I logged into retail and made a female blood elf that looks like my cosplay. Illidan, but girl, and not purple. Same energy, same vibe. For a brief moment, I felt like I was doing something with my life. That feeling disappeared almost immediately. Then I saw Zaryu on stream doing level 1 Blood Elf PvP battles in Pandaria, and my brain short circuit. Because suddenly I remembered that Blood Elves exist in Pandaria. Retail was dead to me instantly. I logged out with hesitation and went straight to Pandaria to make a Blood Elf Paladin. Because at that point, anything that felt like TBC counted. The servers were still down, but mentally, I was already there. At some point during all this waiting, I did the Ay mi gatito dance because chat redeemed it. In full Illidan cosplay. It looked incredibly stupid, which meant it was perfect. Then I went into full add-on goblin mode, downloading add-ons, checking them, rechecking them, making sure TBC was downloaded. I hit play on TBC, and instead of the game launching, the Burning Crusade trailer starts playing. So now I'm sitting there, fully purple, emotional, vulnerable, while Illidan looks directly at me and says, "You are not prepared," which felt personal. I posted my Illidan cosplay photo in the Reckoning Discord, my PvP guild on Night Slayer, where I'm also an officer, because dominance must be established early. I also posted my grocery haul, which was just Rockstar, frozen food, and poor life choices. This was me announcing that I had fully committed to this bit. While waiting, I did a desk tour. Illidan minifigure, present, a skull, yes, the Skull of Gul'dan, obviously. Completely normal streamer behavior. At this point, I was eating and watching YouTube. Not good YouTube. Loyalty test. Absolute brain rot. The kind of content you watch when you've been waiting for servers so long that time stops working. Eventually, I went back to leveling my Blood Elf Paladin in Pandaria, because pretending was better than waiting. I wasn't playing TBC, but I was playing it spiritually. I was still fully in Illidan cosplay at this point, mask on and everything, and chat immediately decided I was not Illidan anymore. From the beginning, they were calling me Eggplant, a dinosaur like Barney or the one from Flintstones, just instant disrespect. About 3 hours in, I finally took the mask off, and that's when you could see the sunglasses underneath. Illidan, but with sunglasses. And that's when someone in chat named the form Swagadin. And yeah, Illidan with sunglasses is funny. I stayed like that for a bit, still waiting, still coping, and then I was done. I left, showered, put pajamas on, and came back. The cosplay was gone, the patience was gone, the maintenance was not. Then Peekaboo tried to tell me the servers were live because the cinematic played, and I was like, no, you cannot gaslight someone who has been refreshing Discord for 8 hours straight. I immediately called him out. He's a liar. At this point, my full-time job was checking Discord, watching Soda react to hardcore German deaths, watching other streamers, and slowly losing my grip on reality. I started reading Twitter updates from WoW devs, and every update was basically, Hey guys, maintenance is taking a little longer. Okay, define little. I saw Peekaboo playing GeoGuessr WoW Edition, and I immediately started playing it too, because at that point, we were just stacking distractions. Maintenance got delayed again, so I cleaned my room. That's how you know it was bad. Finally, I opened the game, nothing. Closed it, open it again, nothing. Third time, nothing. Fourth time, nothing. Fifth time, servers were live. And they had been live. I'm just blind and didn't see it. I couldn't get into Night Slayer, but I could get into Dream Scythe. So I immediately made a blood elf named Blizzpoop, because at this point, fuck Blizzard. I also made a Draenei while pacing and clicking buttons like a trapped animal. Eventually, Night Slayer finally worked. I made my female blood elf paladin. Her name is Fleetolb, blood elf spelled backwards. First thing I did was take off my clothes and dance, obviously. And now the grind could finally begin. Once my husband made his blood elf paladin, I stopped dancing and we actually started questing. Fleetolb and Sloppy Slop were born. The adventure officially began. The very first quest Blizzard gives us is to kill tigers, which sounds easy. It was not. There were so many blood elves in the starting zone that the tigers basically didn't exist. You'd accept the quest, run over, and the area would just be empty. No tigers, just players. So we started camping, not emotionally, physically, standing directly on the tiger respawn points, staring at the ground, waiting. The moment one spawned, you tagged it instantly or you didn't get credit. It felt less like questing and more like competitive esports. Mana worms were slightly better, the respawns were faster, and now it was a race. You weren't killing mana worms, you were competing for them. Pull one, someone else pulls the next, and suddenly you're sprinting in opposite directions like feral goblins. Then Blizzard gave us the tree quest, and for once a win. Trees everywhere, fast respawns, easy kills. For about 5 minutes we thought, oh my god, is this smooth? That feeling did not last, because then we got our first impossible task, Felidren the Banished. We arrived at his spawn point and there were easily 50 people there. Everyone was grouped, everyone was silent, everyone staring at the same spot. It felt like a cult. Felidren would spawn, instantly explode, and somehow we wouldn't get credit. We tried for 10 minutes, same result every time. Eventually we looked at each other and realized this is not happening. So I did what any reasonable blood elf paladin would do. I performed the leap of faith and jumped off a cliff into water below. Perfect execution, textbook. Meanwhile, Sloppy Sloppy followed me and plunged directly to his death. No water, just the ground, instantly dead, which honestly felt correct. And that's when it really settled in. This wasn't normal leveling. This was launch leveling. You weren't fighting mobs. You were fighting other players, respawn timers, and your own patience. And we were still in the starting zone. But somehow we were still laughing, tired but having fun. And that's when I knew this was gonna be a very long week. We finally left the starting zone at a very respectable level 5 and moved into another zone that looked exactly the same, was basically the same quest. Kill mobs with bad respawns, get in another guy's head. Classic blood elf experience. This time though, somehow Sloppy Sloppy actually managed to tag and kill the name mod we needed. I don't know how he did it, but Giz Sloppy truly built different. Eventually, we pushed into the woods and discovered the Dead Scar. Easily the ugliest place in the blood elf starting area. Just a glowing wound through the land. Every time I see it, I'm reminded that this was Arthur's fault. Then came the box quest. Normally one of the easiest quests in the game, except it's launch, so now every box is a contested resource. I'm running around like a chicken, hoping one spawns near me. It never does. Some people's strategy was to camp one box spawn and wait. Sloppy, however, had the galaxy brain strat. He stayed in the tower and just ran up and down the same route, finished instantly, then showed me the way, and suddenly I finished too. Knowledge is power. At some point, we took a hookah session break with a random blood elf, just chilling, just vibing, launch bonding, until this asshole Alderun showed up and ruined it, which was unfortunate for him because we needed his ed anyway. Next up, fish. You know the sound. This is where you could really tell who the noobs were. We helped some people kill a named fish and typed inv. They just stood there, swinging. After the mob died, they then invited us. Yeah, no thanks. More questing, kill cats, kill trolls, kill trees, the Blood Elf Holy Trinity. Eventually, we made it to Ghostlands, which is literally just Horde Duskwood. Same spooky vibe, same energy. And you could feel it. Most Blood Elves had given up by now. Some went to the Barrens, some logged off, some touched grass. It got peaceful and very obvious who was still here because they had the same plan as us. Absolutely no grass. At this point, we had one goal: hit level 15 and sleep. We got our first underwater quest killing water elementals and murlocs, which honestly felt refreshing. We killed undead, kept moving, and to end the night, we grouped up with the guildie from Reckoning. It's JNZNTV. Now, there were 3 Blood Elf Paladins, all almost level 15, and for about 10 minutes we felt unstoppable. Huge wolves, dog humanoids everywhere, absolute paladin behavior. And finally, we dinged 15! We said goodnight to our guildie who kept grinding because of course they did. I looked at the clock, it was 7 a.m. Level 15, day 1, and somehow I was still excited to do it all again tomorrow.